In this section we'll see how to start Microsoft Word and also have a quick look at the Microsoft Word screen. Now if you click down here you can scroll down to where it says Microsoft Word. There we are, we've got Word. Click on that, click on blank document, then you can start typing. If I click here to close that down, that's one way of doing it. Maybe an easier way is to have a desktop icon like this. So if you just double click on it, that will open it up directly and away you go. I'll close that down. So if I delete this desktop icon, I'll show you how to install that. You go down here, you go down to where it says Word, there we go. You press down the Control and Shift keys and you keep them held down. You then drag the Word icon onto the desktop. You let go of Control and Shift and then you say click shortcut here, and there you go. That's how you create a desktop icon. That obviously works for any program, not just for Microsoft Word. There are other things you can do. If you click down here again and go down to where it says Word, if you right click you can say pin to start, and what that does, it adds the icon here. So if I close that down and reopen that, as you can see it stays up there. So you can pin it to the start menu. Something else you can do is to have the Microsoft Word icon pinned down to this bar at the bottom. And the way you do that is you click here again, you scroll down to where it says Word, you right click and then go to the More item here and then say Pin to Taskbar. And as you can see it's now pinned down there. So in this case I've got Word that I can double click on here, I can double click on the taskbar down here, I can open it from here, or if I want to I can go all the way down to Microsoft Word and do it the hard way and click on there. Like so. Now once you've started Microsoft Word, it doesn't matter how you start it, the starting screen will look something like this, and generally you just click on blank documents. Don't worry about all these other things at the moment, we'll talk about those later. So we'll just click on where it says blank document, and there's Microsoft Word with a blank document sort of preloaded into it. Now it's important to get used to the structure of the screen. You've got these tabs at the top here, so you've got File tab, Home tab, Insert, Design, Layout, References, Mailing, Review, View and Help. And if you click on, say, the Home tab, you get all of these things here. If you click on Insert, you get a different set of things here, and so on and so forth. Design will look like that, Layout will look like that, References looks like that. So these are the tabs we're clicking on at the top. You've got Mailing, Review, View and Help. If I go back to Home, looks like so. So at the moment we're looking at the Home tab, and within the Home tab you've got groups. So you've got the Clipboard group, Font, Paragraph, Styles, Editing and Voice. And the way it works is if I type something in, like so, I can double click on something, in this case the word hello, and then I can use these various icons. So if I want it bold or not bold, or underline or not underline, or italic, or if I wanted maybe a different color, I could click here, select a color, and away you go. So that's the way you use the icons within each tab. And remember, these icons are located in a specific group. So these would be icons relating to font formatting. If I click within here, these are icons relating to paragraph formatting. So for instance, if I wanted to center it, I'd go there. If I want to align to the right, I go there. Click here to align to the left. So you've got tabs at the top, you've got groups, and then you've got icons within the groups. If you look at the font options here, you've got various options like this one here, which is make it larger, make it smaller. So let's say I select that. If I click here repeatedly, it makes it larger, makes it smaller. Notice incidentally, as you move over these, it tells you what they do. So this icon here, if you click on it, it increases the font size of the selected text. This one here reduces the size. What does this one do? It changes the case. This one here changes the font color. This one here controls either subscript or superscript. So as you can see, simply by moving over these things, if you're not quite sure what they do, you get this little pop-up window that tells you what the icon does. So for instance, this one here is useful for inserting bullet points, this one for numbering points, this one for indenting, and so on and so forth. So far we've seen you've got tabs, you've got groups, you've got icons within the groups, and also let's just select this paragraph here. Quite often in Word you have to select something first in order to apply some formatting, not always, but normally. If I click on this thing here, this is called the Dialog Box Launcher, or sometimes called the More button. So if I click on this one at the corner of the font group, what you get is a dialog box that gives you more options. So for instance, over here you've got an underlining option. You'll notice here we've got extra options. So you can have like strike through or double strike through, or small caps or all caps. As I say, you've just got a single underlining style there. If you wanted other underlining styles, you click down here, and let's say you wanted, I don't know, let's go down here for something a bit strange. Let's say you wanted wavy underlining like that, you'd do that. So remember, you've got your tabs at the top, you've got your groups within each tab, you've got your icons there, and here you've got your dialog box launcher. So that's for font options. If I cancel that and go to this one, this will be for paragraph options, like so. Incidentally, if you look at these tabs, they're all kind of similar, apart from the first one, the File tab. If I click on the Home tab, it looks like that. If I click on the File tab, that looks very different. So the File tab is a little bit different. It's for things like saving and opening and printing, that kind of stuff. To get rid of this, to go back to where we were, you just click on this big button here, the back button, and it goes like that. So as I say, most of the tabs are kind of similar. They give you these different groups, but do remember the File tab is different, because that's really to do with files, you know, opening files, closing files, printing files, that kind of stuff. And to get rid of that, you just click here and go back to where you were.